When the boy was born, his mother died, and even his father was brutally shot to death. His half-sister wanted to make the boy become Adam,
新しい世界を作りましょう。
but he pushed his sister away and even called her a monster. Heartbroken, the sister triggered the fourth apocalypse, and nearly all surrounding life was wiped out. All of this started from the apocalypse virus that descended from the sky. The world intended to eliminate humans in order to evolve, and Yingman, Zhenming, was the first to discover the apocalypse virus. So Zhenming was chosen by God to be, if her mind was already overtaken by Eve's personality, and to create a new world, there had to be an Adam. That's why Zhenming chose her unborn half-brother as Adam. And when the boy was born, his mother died from illness as the cost of giving birth. The boy's father, Yingman Haichou, could only hold him in pain. Thus, the two children of Yingman Haichou would become the ancestors of the new world. Dr. Xu Yilang, who accompanied him, became jealous. The second male lead, Yang Shenya, was used as an experimental subject in Xu Yilang's virus research since childhood. If genetic enhancement failed, they would be destroyed instantly. This terrified Yang Shenya. He seized a chance to escape the hellish prison, but while being chased by guard dogs, he accidentally fell off a cliff into the sea. When he woke up, the first thing he saw was Yingman Zhenming. When she saved him, Zhenming gave him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. So due to the experiments in contact with Zhenming, Yang Shenya became infected with the apocalypse virus. Young Ying Manji watched the whole scene in confusion. At that time, he already knew Yang Shenya, and afterward, they lived together and shared the most unforgettable summer. Ying Manji felt very happy. He had the company of a gentle sister and his best friend, Yang Shenya. But that happiness didn't last long. Zhenming confessed her feelings to Ying Manji.
お姉ちゃん、好きや。
But Ying Manji didn't understand, and Yang Shenya noticed something. So he asked Zhenming what she planned to do with Manji. Zhenming warned him that since she saved his life, Yang Shenya must obey her.
私はね、シューと結ばれるの。誰にも邪魔させないの。
On Christmas Day, Shenya and Manji agreed to meet at a church in Roppongi. Shenya wanted to tell Manji the truth, but the one who arrived was Zhenming. Zhenming gave him a Christmas gift. When he opened it, it was a handgun. She wanted Yang Shenya to become her knight, and told him to shoot the planet at the top of the Christmas tree. The gun went off, Shenya collapsed, and the gun exploded.
嘘よ。
Everything was part of Zhenming's plan. Ying Manji saw everything from the doorway. He rushed forward to support the injured Shenya, and at that moment, Zhenming tied a braided blessing string onto Manji's hand.
新しい世界を作りましょう。楽しいことしましょう。
She wanted Manji to become Adam and invited him to create the new world with her. But Ying Manji was scared. He pushed Zhenming away with one hand and even called her a freak. Heartbroken, the sister fell into madness, and the apocalypse virus began to erupt. In the Sea of Fire, Zhenming said she didn't want it to be like this either. But under the domination of Eve's personality, she was losing control. Yang Shenya quickly protected Manji. The apocalypse virus fully erupted. Part of the human population on the streets was wiped out. Zhenming's explosive power also destroyed her own body. Although her body was gone, her soul remained. Under the rubble, the two boys survived. The injured Shenya said to him, "I will become strong," and left, facing his sister's disappearance and the death of his father on that very Christmas. The pitiful and tragic Ying Manji could only seal away those memories in his heart. That was the lost Christmas 10 years ago. The female lead, Ye Qi, was created by GHQ as the vessel for sister Zhenming. She was completely different from Zhenming, a girl with no emotions. When she fell in love with Ying Manji, she didn't know how to face it. Her meeting with Ying Manji was a destined encounter in the whole story. She entered Shenya's room only to give him a blood transfusion. 10 years ago, Shenya had already been infected with the apocalypse virus. Yet Qi, who was artificially created, had antibodies. Continuing from the last episode, GHQ raided another base of the Tibetan branch. The entire force was nearly wiped out. Only Shenya survived.